Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about crypto, ladies and gentlemen. It's all over the map. A lot of people are making money from it. Are you sitting on the sidelines watching the parade go by? Well, we got to talk about it today. That's right. And what else is happening? NFTs are all over the place making money. We don't know how long that's going to last, but we're going to talk about it today. And of course, we got to talk about some other things. BSV. And welcome to Foci Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And as you can see, we're on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. And I want to thank you for being here. And foremost, please share the video so we can help other people. And as you know, we always talk about the join button over here on the right hand side, because that means you're a member of the channel and you get special messages under the community tab, and you receive 1 or 2 videos per month specifically for you as a member of the channel. And Wednesday night lives, only members can chat in the chat box on Wednesday night lives. Everybody can see it, but not everybody can be in the chat. So with all that said, we got to talk about quite a few things, because I keep hearing some online personnel talking about you can't get rich with crypto. You can't get rich investing in stocks. You can't get rich. I'm like, hold on a second. Are you selling me a course? Telling me I can get rich? And then you're telling me not to invest in other things that increase in value without you? Yeah, wink, wink, I got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's talk about our sponsor for a second. Foci Optics. Check. They have a special. 25% off custom sunglasses. Meaning that they have sunglasses that have a specific tint to the mirrors of the sunglass or the lens. And then you can do your sunglasses themselves and change them. So they have a custom option. You get 25% off. Use the code custom sale. You can see it up here on top. Custom sale is the code for 25% off. And you might see some of these styles that I've been wearing, like the Swank, the Swick, Swank SL. You've seen those. You've also seen the, let's see, what else on this list? Synops. Those are a red set that I have. But these, you can do your frames, you can do your lens, you can change the back around your head. 25% off, and you guys know how we do this. The sunglasses are all $100 or less, and now you can create your own. All right? So, now let's get into a few other things, because here's what I Googled, how to get rich. All right? Look at the top 10 tips to become a millionaire this year. I don't know who's writing this, but I'm just going to say what it is. You can see it on the screen. Evaluate your current financial status. You can't grow if you don't know where you currently stand. So it's time for you to put everything on paper. This is everybody for podcasts, because everybody that can view it can read it. But for podcasts, number 2, work on increasing your current income. That's why we always talk about extra streams of income, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2 is working on it. Number 3 is the same as number 2 as far as I'm concerned. Think about new revenue streams. We can't work on them, and we're not thinking about them. We got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Get saving. We all like to save, except I don't know when this was written, but 0.01% on your money. I don't know what that means. You're not supposed to earn interest on your money anymore. Keep your duffel bag of cash under your bed for how long? You better start deploying that army of dollar bills so you can start making some more instead of running around. Christmas came by. How much did you guys spend on Christmas? Type it down in the comments. Let me know how much you spent on Christmas. But before we got to Christmas, how much did you spend the month before when it was Thanksgiving week? Did you go travel? Did you go buy groceries? All that's gone. You didn't earn nothing from that. Just like all them toys and all the stuff you bought for Christmas gifts and presents, you're not earning nothing on that either. Easter just came up. You running around buying the Easter bunny. All fake stuff, but you're happy to do it because you have children. You're taught this way. We're going for the Easter egg hunt. We're going to go buy some new clothes, whatever else we're going to buy for Easter. Bunnies, chocolate, restaurants, Mother's Day comes up. You're going to take moms out. It feels good to take moms out, but can't you take moms out 365 days a year? Come on. You're not caring about spending all that money over all this stuff. You go on vacation, you are at your job and you say, I need a week off. You don't care. You go and say, well, I went down to Miami, had fun. I went over to Cali, had fun. Hawaii, had fun. But you didn't care how much it cost. It's all out the window. But soon as somebody says, put your money into some crypto, put it into stocks, put it into something that can earn you money while you're sleeping, people start having meltdowns. So this is why I have to bring this up. Because look at this. First two, these tips. Work on increasing your current income. What does that mean? 3, think about new revenue streams. Okay, we can think about it, but now it says 4, get saving. And I'm like, okay, well, get saving. You better tell me, how do we do this? Number 5, start learning new skills. All right, this is where we're talking about what we're doing right here. I'm using OBS software, which is free. All right. I'm using a microphone that costs $2.50. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. And there's StreamYard. If you want to do streaming like we do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's also a new app called HAPS, H-A-P-P-S. It's on your phone. That can also stream for free to about 5 different online social media platforms. You have no excuse. Start learning new skills is a prerequisite in order to becoming wealthy or rich or whatever the case may be, living comfortably. Number 6, seek opportunities. That's what we're doing right now. We're always looking around, seeing if there's something else going on that could increase our revenue. And we can't win them all, ladies and gentlemen. You know that. Everything you invest in, everything you do is a risk. You get up and go to your job today. Your job could walk in and the boss can come up to you and say, hey, you know what? We don't need you anymore. Unfortunately, we have to cut back on personnel. That can happen any day of the week, but you don't realize it because you've been working there 10 years already or 3 years already. You feel you're safe. Ask people from last year when they got laid off from the COVID situation. Nobody saw that coming. So start thinking about seeking other opportunities and getting your skills set up and getting those extra streams of income coming in and become more frugal is the key point. Number 7 is most important because number 8 is avoid debt, because debt is your wealth taker, and these holidays, these manufactured things where they want you to go spend money, that's also siphoning off your debt, along with, if you live in most countries, taxes. That's siphoning off your wealth as well. So if you start your own business and it's under an LLC and you start doing an S Corp, if you make enough money, you can reduce your taxes. The money you're saving in taxes, you can use to invest. It's very simple. And of course, let me get into the crypto because I started going on a little motivational talk, and now I'm going to start off with the guys right now. These are the guys right now. Celsius Network. Because I'm tired of listening to people online going, oh no, you can't be rich if you don't invest in crypto. Ladies, come on now. Men and women and children, if you're listening to this, the story is I bought $10 worth of crypto in 2008 or 9. I can't remember. It was so long ago. And it was only 3 cents or 6 cents. All I know, it was under 10 cents. And it was new, and it was just like a lot of you are thinking right now, what the hell is that crap? So that's why I only bought $10 worth, and I just didn't care because it was $10. Wrote down some numbers, lost it because who cares? 7-8 years later, all of a sudden some guys are talking while I'm on a plane or something, and they're talking about, hey, you know that Bitcoin thing went to $17,000. I was like, what? Wait, that Bitcoin thing that I thought was nothing, that was 3 or 6 cents, under 10 cents, whatever it was. Okay, where's that? Where's those numbers that I had from like 8, 9 years earlier? Of course, I don't have it because I valued it with zero value because I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought it was fun and games, you know. People were like bypassing the U.S. system to play online casinos or poker, and that's how they were passing the money and being able to play. So I didn't think nothing of it because I'm like, I'm retiring from playing poker. But now, if I'd have kept all that, it's worth millions. It's only 100 coins, but in today's money, it'd be 5.8 million. So you never know what's going to happen. So when somebody's sitting around here on YouTube, on social media, talking about you'll never be rich from buying crypto, buying stocks, buying all this stuff, they don't know nothing because nobody can tell you what to do with your own money. Everybody does their own investment strategy. You want to take care of your risk. And if you want to spend $50 on some doggy coin that's only 6 cents or 5 cents or 4 cents, that's your business. And if you wake up 5 years from now and doggy coin is selling for $200 a coin, well, guess what? You got a lot of money. But my point is, that's the same amount of money, well, less money you spent buying a flat screen TV that goes down in value, buying a car that goes down in value, buying everything in your house that goes down in value you don't care nothing about. But as soon as somebody says put in $50 here, $20 there, $30 there, $100 there, you start freaking out. Change your mindset, ladies and gentlemen. Take a risk. Because if you don't want to be caught in the matrix, which is what you're in, then you're just going to stay in the matrix. Now, let's get to Celsius. The reason why this is important is because, first of all, we're talking about crypto here. You have to understand, I recently talked to a friend of mine who, even at this late date, after all these years crypto has been in the news, he says to me something like, crypto's $58,000. I can't afford $58,000. I was like, what are you talking about? Because I couldn't understand it. It's not even in my head because crypto has never been about the actual number. It's about you can buy $5 worth of it. You can buy $10 worth of it. You can buy 1,000 or 50,000 or 100,000. Or you can be like Elon Musk and buy 1.5 billion. The point of the matter is, it's decimals. You can go out to 1,000,000 decimal points, but normally they don't go that far. But that's what a Satoshi is, right? It's point and then 6 zeros and a 1. All right? 1 million, that's what it is. 0.6 zeros and a 1. But nobody goes that far out. So it can slice up into that number. So a person can actually really do $2 or $3 or $1 if you wanted to. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's not the number. You can invest. It's fractional shares. Some of you may be familiar with Robinhood and Webull. Get your free shares of stock down below or the links. That's right, you heard me. Free shares of stock. Get it. You guys have heard me talk about this for over a year. Some of you still haven't retrieved your free share of stock from Robinhood or Webull. That's sad. You could be like me. You get a free share of stock and it happens to be Google or something or Amazon worth $3,000 a share. Next thing you know, you're like, wait, I just got this in my account. And then you wait 5 years from now and you're going, oh, it's split. And wait a minute, that's worth 20 grand now? Something I got for free? This is what could happen. I'm not saying everybody gets them. You're like one in, I don't know what the number is, 250,000 or something gets that. But nonetheless, you have to take a risk. And that's what we're doing here with Celsius Network. This has to do with crypto, but here's the one thing better. Remember when I was talking about the duffel bag of cash where you're earning no interest on your money? In fact, it's depreciating as you leave it sitting. That, without deploying it, you're losing money because the more money the government prints, the less valuable your cash is. So that's why the banks are willing to only give you 0.05, 0.01, 1% interest, even though they're making billions. But now we have a new player in the game. Celsius Network, you invest your crypto with them and you can see the numbers on the right hand side, ladies and gentlemen. They give you interest, 4%, 5%, 8%, 10%, 13%, 15% on your money, ladies and gentlemen. And not only that, if the crypto goes up, guess what? You earn more interest. You still have your crypto, and now you earning interest and the price goes up. I call that a win-win. We are calling that a win-win. Look at these numbers, 13.3% on a stable coin. This is tied to the dollar. So if you have $1,000, next year, according to this, you would have $1,133 in your account. Well, actually, you might have a little bit more because it earns interest daily. And I finally found out the date is like April 2nd through the 9th. That is the dates. I finally paid attention. So they go Friday to Friday. They pay out interest every day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then on Monday, the following Monday, they pay you the accumulated interest. They disperse it into your account the following Monday. So that means you have more Bitcoin, potentially, more Ethereum if you decide to choose a lower rate. You could have Ethereum at 6.35 and BTC at 6.2, but you can actually get these more Ethereum, more Bitcoin from interest every week. Now, if Bitcoin rises and Ethereum keeps rising, this is adding to your profit while you sleep. Little risk at this point because we haven't had a crash, a serious crash in crypto, but it's going to be hard to reach a serious crash when you're having institutional investors putting money into Ethereum and Bitcoin and any other coin for that matter. All right. So you guys have heard me talk about Celsius before. Celsius.network. Down below, they have a new promotion. You can see it at the top of the screen. This promotion at the top of the screen, this is only if you put in $25,000 worth of crypto or more, then they give you $500. All right? Now, for everybody else who puts in less than $25,000, the next promo is, there'll be a link down below, put in $400 worth of crypto or more, send it your first time, you will get $40 in DAI. Okay, that's a stable coin. All right. Now, or it might be BTC, but I believe they're switching back and forth between DAI, and BTC. But either way, free $40. So that's your first thing. All right. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Now, in the land of the free, you get 13.3% on your money because you're earning and sell, like the USDC, what I was talking about. For United States citizens, unfortunately, we can't earn and sell. We can only earn in like kind. So we can only earn, our interest has to be sent back to us in USDC. The rest of the world, their interest can be given to them in CEL, which is the CEL token, and they earn 13.3. United States citizens, we earn 10.51%. All right? It goes across the board for everything. So we earn a little bit less because we're in America and we have these crazy laws, land of the free. All right. No fees, ladies and gentlemen, when you withdraw your money. No fees when you're sending money in, except from the people that charge you a fee to send it in the first place. You know, they're not Crypto.com, they're not Nexo, they're not BlockFi, they're not Coinbase. All these guys charging fees when you load money and send money. A two-way. Unbank yourself. I love their hashtag unbank yourself. I went over this for the last 2 or 3 months with Celsius heavily. The reason why is because if you can invest in something and the price goes up and you're earning interest as well and your duffel bag of cash isn't doing anything but burning off money, then why not use a portion of your duffel bag of cash and put it in crypto and then look at these numbers? This is insanity here. Left hand side, the rest of the free world, the international community, this is your interest rates. For all of us in America, we're on the right hand side. We get lower interest rates. Funny how that works, isn't it? They don't want you earning 17% on your money. That's Polygon, Matic, Synthetic, SNX. These are volatile. That's why their interest rates are higher. But in America, 14%. International, almost 18% on your money. That's incredible. 13% on your money, incredible. 10% is still nice, but these are all stable coins. 10.51, these are stable coins. All right? Aave, that's the one we were talking about 3-4 months back. That's a fintech. That's right. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to know what Aave's crypto number is. It's around $400. When we were talking about it at the time, it was like $10. All right? You can't get rich. If you invested $100, you guys can start doing the numbers because that's 400. Well, it's 390. Let's just call it $400. That's 40 to 1. You would have $4,000. All right? So in less than a year. This is movement. This could be life-changing money because now you have money where you could say, you know what, I'm going to go and start my own business. And you didn't have to work and slave away for it. That's major. So this is turning into a crypto talk, motivational talk, emotional talk. If anybody has anything to say and comment, please comment below. And please, like we always say, I should say this during videos too. Please like the video. All right. Now, look at these numbers. 5%. There's compound. Okay, we talked about these. Remember, compound. I talked about compound. I talked about Chainlink. We've talked about BTC and Ethereum on the channel. All right, we've talked about this before. Amongst others, there's Stellar, which is XLM. There's Ethereum Classic. These might not be high interest rates, but at least if you have your crypto sitting in a wallet somewhere not earning anything, at least you're getting something if you're at Celsius Network. All right, that's why they have a new record now. People are taking their money out and saying, you know what, why do I leave my money on an exchange and I'm earning nothing? And that's why exchanges all of a sudden were like, wait a minute, we'll give you some staking, we'll give you some money. Like Coinbase, basically giving people 1% like a bank, 2% like a bank, like that's good. Meanwhile, you have Celsius and Nexo out here giving people higher interest rates. This is insanity, right? Okay. So that's all I want to say, but let's get down to the next thing. It is crypto, and there's another company, and you can borrow, which people already know now. I know a lot of you already know, Eric, we can borrow against our assets. That's right. I'm going to say it again. This is where you should be. Instead of buying another flat screen TV because you have a 65-inch flat screen TV, and now you know, oh yeah, it's only $5.99 or $6.99 for that 85-inch flat screen TV. Why? Just because you got an extra 7 inches in the diagonal? Come on. Stop playing. All right? Instead, you could have put that money into something else. And I'm going to show you guys coming up what the difference is, what a year makes. Because a lot of people don't understand. You're paying attention to what happens this week, what happens to this month. No, it's a long game. It's the long game, people. That's what we're talking about here. All right? Look at this. Get loans for 1%. That's right, 1% against your assets. So if you had $10,000 worth of crypto, you can borrow $2,500 worth of crypto at 1% interest. That could be a down payment for a 3-plex in some of these, or a 4-plex. A 3% FHA loan, a USDA loan, a 0% VA loan for veterans. That could be your down payment, and then you can pay up to 36 months at 1%. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what you should be thinking and telling your kids. Invest in assets, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto, whether it's real estate. It has to be an asset that you can garner money coming in your door while you're sleeping. Yes, with everything there's a risk, and with everything there's going to be a headache. There is no set it and forget it unless you want to deal with Wealthfront, unless you want to put your money in the stock market and go with an index fund. That's set it and forget it pretty much. Okay, you could try to do this other thing like stack gold and silver. That's set it and forget it. But unfortunately, it's not liquid enough. So you have to sell it. And you're not earning anything while you have those bars or coins sitting there for the year or 5 or 10 or 20. Okay? There's a thing going on. There's a revolution, ladies and gentlemen. Are you getting in the revolution? Do you actually really want to be comfortable 2 years from now, 3 years from now, or maybe even sooner? And better yet, let's talk about this interest. Let's talk about this borrowing. How about no credit check? No qualifying. How about you do it online and you know within 5 minutes and the money's in your account within 10? How about that? You're borrowing against your assets. There's nothing to talk about here. All right? Let's go on. That's all I'm going to say about them. Use the link down below for the Celsius.network. All right? Voyager is another one. They actually give a little bit of interest, but I don't really like how they do it because they don't give you interest. If you had $20 worth of something, they may not give you interest because they want you to have a certain number of coins. All right? That's the only thing about Voyager. But Voyager is going to give you $25 worth of Bitcoin if you deposit $100 or more into Voyager. The link is down below. And remember when I said set it and forget it, and there's Wealthfront? Wealthfront is you put your money in there similar to your 401k, similar to your mutual fund. You just give them your money, set it, and you're out later. Somebody else handles it, okay? Wealthfront does that. And this is what we're talking about with Voyager and Celsius, and it has to do with crypto. All right? And they give you up to 10% on stable coins. As you can see, they have to say that because Celsius is giving 10.51 on stable coins and maybe a little bit more on another stable coin. So they have to be there just to be competitive. And they're trying to say they give 7.25% on Bitcoin. Maybe for international people, USA people will not get that. All right? And they have 50 digital assets, which between Celsius and Voyager, you might be able to hold on to about 70 different digital assets. Okay? So that's what we're talking about here. In fact, there goes Doggy Coin. There goes ENJ that I told you about before. There's ETH. And by the way, ETC, that's Ethereum Classic. Anybody who bought Ethereum Classic only 3 months ago, you've doubled your money. Congratulations. Members of the channel, they know when I bought ETC because I told them it's under the community tab. So I started dating the community tab because quite frankly, we can't win them all, ladies and gentlemen. There are some investments that we can't win them all, but you don't look at a win and a loss. You go, hey, if you would have invested in something, and I'm trying to think of one that I invested in recently that might have went down, but I can't. But let's just say I did. Okay, something goes down, and you should buy more. So then that brings your dollar cost average down. There goes Filecoin, FIL, there goes Algo, there goes AVAX. We talked about these. There goes Ego. We talked about these on Friday Night Lives months ago. And now I'm about to show you guys something over the course of a year because, again, in my head, I keep ringing and seeing this stuff on the internet where people are saying, oh, you can't come rich. You can't be rich investing in crypto. You'll never win. I'm like, dude, where were you 2 years ago when crypto was a fifth of the price? Where were you when it was a tenth of the price? I was like, what do you mean? If people would, you're telling people not to do something. People are out here giving FUD. Meanwhile, stuff is happening in the background. All right? I'm going to go, everything I have right now is on Coinbase. Get your free $10 worth of Bitcoin from Coinbase. The link is down below. You know how we do this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a no guru zone. I don't have a course to sell. I'm just trying to help people make money. That's what the game is. What are we living for? Are you living to go to work 5 days a week? And then they sit there and say, hey, we got mandatory meeting this. Hey, you know what? You can't take vacation. We don't have enough room for you to do that. Is that what you're working for 30 years? 20 years? What are you doing? You don't know how long you're going to live. Don't you want to be a little happier and have a little bit of nest egg set aside so then you can do whatever you want? Come on. Here's a yearly chart. Let me show you something. While these naysayers last year was talking crap, 7,000, April 9th, last year. All along, you've heard me say it. Get yourself some Bitcoin. Get yourself some Ethereum. Get yourself some crypto. $7,000, ladies and gentlemen. Now, somebody could have just put in $200. Instead, somebody could have said, forget the flat screen during Christmas. I'm just going to go and put in $1,000. Some people who got their stimulus pack last year, what was it, $1,000 or something? Some people put it into, guess what? Bitcoin. You can start doing the numbers because you start dividing 7,200 into 5,800. We at least get there 7 times. We get there 8 times. The people now have $8,000 in a year, ladies and gentlemen, that they could withdraw if they wanted to. So are you paying attention yet? Because I'm pretty sure all the videos that I have stay up. So you can go back almost 2 years when I'm talking about crypto. And we won't even get into what 2 years ago it was. 2 years ago it was like 3,500. 4Gs. All right? So these are the choices you're making when you're running around here listening to the manufactured government holidays, President's Week, all right, spring break. What is this all for? This is because spring break, what? We want people to travel to these warm destinations so they spend money at our hotels, restaurants, and everybody else that has the offshoot of that. The board guy. Right? Snowboard is what I'm thinking about. But, the waterboard guy, the guy that rents his yachts, rents his boats out, the guy that has the suntan oil, the guy that has the chairs. All that is offshoots. We need people in southern states where it's warm. Take advantage. Spring break. Start thinking about, hey, middle of the summer, it's July 4th, it's hot as hell. We got to have a July 4th weekend and holiday. Come on. Go out here and buy some fireworks. Spend some money. You're blowing them up in the air. You don't care how much it costs, but yet somebody says, hey, man, that same amount of money you bought the fireworks for, why don't you put that in stocks and crypto? Let's keep going, man. This is going to be a long video, so please buckle up. If you want to learn something, then you stay tuned. Here we are with Ethereum. 1,000%. You already can see this. $164, ladies and gentlemen. Do the numbers. That's 12 times, 13 times your money. I mean, come on. This is crazy. That $1,000 last year would now be 13. You ain't going to get rich? Well, you damn sure didn't get poor. And all you had to do was take a risk. And granted, the stock could have went down to zero, but it was free money to you. Why do you care if you lost it? Right? Just like right now, people got $1,400. What did they do with it? Well, some people pumped it into crypto. Some people pumped it in the stock market. Because once you find out, the stock market never loses, because 92% of the stocks are owned by the top 10% of the wealthiest. Once you know that, then you're like, oh my God, all I got to do is stay focused. That's why a lot of people pick the index funds, because the index funds are generally generating 12%, 15%, 13%, something like that year over year over the last 5 years. I mean, it's significant. Kathy Woods, 20%, 30%, 40% over the last 5 years. People are doubling their money every 2 years. So how about doubling your money in 1 year? No, forget that. How about 12 times your money in 1 year? Okay, that's Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Ethereum Classic. We'll get to be something a little more normal. All right? It was $5 last year. All right? It's only 3 times. But again, a person with $1,000 stimulus money has $3,000 now. Can't get that anywhere from no bank. You could have gotten it in the stock market. Can't get it in gold and silver, and can't get it in real estate. All right? Which are all our assets, but depending on the time of year, what year it is, some assets are better than others. And right now, the growth industry is crypto. And so therefore, the prices start escalating a little faster. One day, they're going to top out. Obviously, Bitcoin could top out. It could just stay at $70,000 or $60,000. But the problem is, it's not, because companies are starting to buy into it. So therefore, it's a supply and demand situation. So it's going to end up rising even more as more people get into it, and now it ends up being a store of value, the real store of value, because now if you held that $1,000 and now you have, what is it? I can't remember the number, 7,000. What was it? 7 times, yeah, it was 7 or 8,000. It would be 8,000 now. You'd have $8,000 in your crypto account, and you'd be able to borrow against it if you're on Celsius or Nexo or other companies. I mean, you can go to saltlending.com. All right? You can go there. They'll give you 30 to 70% on your money. Yeah. So you could get 70% potentially. Of course, it's only going to be 6 months to a year, but you can get $5,600, and $5,600 can start a business. So now you have a win-win scenario. But I wouldn't do a start a business. I would best invest 5,600. You invest in assets that you know for a fact you have revenue coming back, because you want to use that revenue to pay back your loan, to recuperate your $8,000. All right, make sure you have that free and clear. And so now you have an asset that you used an asset for, and you did a one-time investment. I call that rich, ladies and gentlemen. You're able to do deals without any interference, no credit checks, nobody saying, I'm sorry, we can't approve you. No, you have your own assets, and that's why the rich keep getting richer, because they can actually say, you know what, I need $1,000,000. And they go, okay, we'll loan it to you, but you got to put up collateral you're building. Okay, I'm buying another business, so I'm going to be able to pay this off, no worries. Or at least in your mind, you're going on no worries. To them, they don't really care. They're like, if he defaults, we got his stuff. But if, in your head, you're like, I got the revenues coming in from this, so we're good. That's the way you want to position yourself, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I call rich. Filecoin. You guys heard me talk about this 7-8 months back. I won't go 7-8 months back, but I'm going to go all the way back a year when people are giving FUD $4. What do you see here, ladies and gentlemen? I believe that's almost 35 to 1. Well, it is. It's 32, 33 to 1. $1,000 would be $33,000 right now. Of course, a person would take a risk on a $4.94 stock. But the reason why I talked about Filecoin is just what it says, file. How does it keep track? That's what the coin does. That's why you go to Coinbase. You see that learn button up here? You go here and learn about other crypto and what they're doing. This is how you file on the blockchain. That's what the purpose of Filecoin was. That's why I was telling people 6, 7, 8 months ago, get in. So we got in. I think it was 19, quite frankly. So it must have been somewhere around here, September, October. You'd still be doing good, right? Even if it was $20. 8 times your money, ladies and gentlemen. All right? This isn't rocket science. So then Theta came out. We talked about it. Somebody mentioned it on a Friday Night Live like 6 months ago, 5 months ago. All right? I'm going to have the 1-year chart over here. Look at this. 3 cents. 3 cents. 15 cents. Look at this. By the time we heard about it, it was under $1. I believe it was Mr. Crypto himself, Joshua Felder, who mentioned it. I think it was $69, something like that at the time. One Friday night. We checked it out. He was like, check out Theta. And look at this. $11, ladies and gentlemen. So up until January of this year, $1.96, 5 times your money. So again, a $1,000 investment, $5,000. Spoiled because it's only 3 months later. All right? This is what we're talking about here. You got to start investing. You have to start expanding your knowledge. Go over here, learn under here. They give you an extra $2, $3 for learning in the tutorial, so you'll find out what some of these coins actually do. It's not just coins. There's some utility to this. So that is very important. Chainlink. You guys heard me talk about Link for the last 7, 8, 9 months. All right? 1 year ago, $2.56. That's 12, 13 to 1 on your money. Again, 1,000 is now 13,000. That ain't rich. I don't know what rich really means, but all I know is if you're making money while you're sleeping and you can say a year later I have more money than I had the year before, but I didn't have to get out of bed to work for it, then that's the way you should be thinking. You're thinking right now, we have Christmas, we have New Year's, we have Easter, we have July 4th, we have President's Weekend, we have Super Bowl parties, we have NBA playoffs, we have college sports madness, March Madness. You don't mind spending $5, $10, $20, $30, $70, $100, $200 a month on cable, do you? But yet you're not going to spend $200 a month on yourself. All right, this is going to keep going. This is a very long video. I know it's going to be. All right, here's Polkadot. 1 year as well. Do we do it again? 16 to 1, ladies and gentlemen. That 1,000 is now 16,000. And who's to say you had to put in 1,000? Who couldn't say you just put in 150 every paycheck, 150 every month, $100 every month, $80 every month. That equals, you would still be up, maybe not 1,000 right now, would be 13,000 or 16,000 in this case for Polkadot. But maybe it would be you got to 1,000 a month ago and you now have about 5,000 in your account. But again, you're not wasting the money on non-consumables. Gas in a car, out the door. Electricity, out the door. Food you consume, out the door. Anything you're spending money on, all of it goes down in value pretty much. Buying real estate, okay, supply and demand. Real estate's going to go up. Good. Stocks, going up. We're going to get to stocks right now. So I just want to show you DOT is still in play. In fact, I bought DOT, can't remember. It was 20 something. Double my money. Chainlink was 16, 17. Again, on par, doubled my money. Okay? That's all I can remember off the top of my head, if it was give or take $1 in either direction, but I'm pretty sure I did not buy these at $3. I did not. Okay? You can't win the whole shebang, but who's to say that when I bought at 17 that this doesn't end up being 300 or 200? As you can see, it's rising. There's a trend here. And Link, it's a utility. If you knew that it would only cost you a few dollars to send like $10,000. So I'm wiring over to the Dominican Republic. It cost me $40 online, $50 if I did it in person. What if that $40, now I got to do this 27 more times. 27 times 40, ladies and gentlemen. That's the price I'm going to pay for wiring money. Meanwhile, Chainlink, running on their platform, the way they're designed it, it might have only cost me $5. Over the course of those 27 times, might cost me $15. You see what I'm saying? Not this $1,000 that it's going to cost me extra. It's going to cost me $40, $30, $20 on the Chainlink platforms. So this is what we're talking about. It's an actual usage utility for the coin. This is why this is going to go up. You understand? All right. Here's Polkadot. Once again, there's another utility token. Go learn about this stuff, and then you're going to understand. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, holy smokes. This is the people's money. The government can't take it. They can't print more. They can't manipulate the system. They can't stop the trading like they did with GameStop when all the guys are making hundreds of thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars, and they go, oh, no, we got to block that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, government cannot block this. You follow what I'm saying? Level playing field. Until, of course, Coinbase goes and does an IPO. Now they're government regulated. Now you got to start thinking about every time you load money on here, what's really going to happen. I'm like, wait, that's government approved. I'm taking my stuff off here. You get it? All right, let's talk about stocks. Because once again, you got plenty of people, non-believers. You cannot win every time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, how you have to do this is you have to diversify. You put a little bit here in one thing, a little bit here in another sector, a little bit more cash in a different sector altogether. Or you can just go ARK Invest with Cathie Wood, all right, and use her ETFs and get your returns of 20, 30, 40% every year. Good grief. That's awesome. Okay? Now, I'm doing the year chart. They don't give me the number up here. It was $1.47 a year ago, ladies and gentlemen. That's 9 times your money. 1,000 is 9,000. All right? We were talking about it. You can go look at videos back in March and April. So there's no excuse. SSN Nation, you have the info. We talked about Blink. BLNK last year, $1.62 in April. 14 times your money, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000 is now 14,000. Does this pattern look familiar? I just wanted to bring this out. The video, I'm standing in front of Dave & Buster's last year in March, and I'm telling people, hey, you might want to get some Dave & Buster's. All right? 3 times. 1,000 is 3,000. In fact, and keep in mind, this is April. This isn't in March. March, it was like $7. All right? Just so you know. You guys can go look it up yourself. Again, here's Tesla. Like I said last night on the live, I said my friend bought Tesla at $820. And he said, I'm not going to buy any more Tesla. And I immediately said, hey, man, Tesla was like 640, March 25th. So it was even, I'm trying to get the number. Yeah, 660. Yeah, that's what I was telling. I said it's around 650. All right. So I said, buy more. And he's like, what? I said, buy more, man. You'll get your dollar cost average down into the 7s. Because then when it goes back up to 7, you'll be good. Who knew that would go up like 30, 40 bucks the next day? It was crazy. But anyhow, he would almost be at his break-even point if he would have done what he was supposed to do when it was at 568, when it was at when it went under 600. If he would have bought when it was like 590, that difference between 590 and 820 is 130. So we're talking about 70. So he would be at 750 right now, right? If I got that right. No, it's more than that. 600 and 820, that's 220. So 120 less. So he would be down to a dollar cost average of 700 if he would have bought when it was under 6 or even at 600. And now he would be feeling a lot better because it's at 694. This is exactly what the problem is here, ladies and gentlemen. People don't want to invest properly. NIO, last year, $2.74. Here we are. 14 times your money. That 1,000 is now 14,000. But back then, who knew? You're only talking about $2.75. Who's going to invest in that? You know who's going to invest in that. The hedge funds. Cathie Woods. Those people buying millions of shares. And now you're wondering how she gets 40% on her money every year. She's making her shareholders, people who invest in her ARK Invest funds, pretty rich, 4 times their or 40% a year. But I myself, I'm sitting here like, well, you guys got 40%. I don't know about you, but I got like 1,000 because I wanted to do investments singly. But for all the set it and forget it crowds, that's why I always say ARK Invest, index funds, because you feel safe. That's fine. No problem. Here goes SPCE. 1 year ago, $14. Now, 2 times. 1,000, 3,000. All right? That's it. So that's all I'm going to be saying, because this is not rocket science, but you have to invest. Here's Marvell Technology. I had to bring this out because Mr. Financial was telling me last year to get this. I did not, because I was focused on all EV plays, all AI, all the everything else. That's the future, even though this is the future as well. But I was like, no, but look here. Last year this time, 23. Again, familiar. 1,000 is 3,000 that you didn't have to work for. And the 1,000 stimulus money you didn't have to work for either. So some people have turned their money into 10,000 to 15,000 because they invested their stimulus money plus threw in some more money on their own. Took some money out of that duffel bag of cash and did what they had to do. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. I know it was a long video. I appreciate you watching it. And thank you for watching. And thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. This is why I have to illustrate. Sometimes you have to tell people exactly what's going on and show them the stats over the long term. Just like they always say the disclaimers. Previous history does not mean that's going to be the same history going forward. That's why investing is a risk. Everything can go down tomorrow. Real estate, stocks, crypto can all go down tomorrow. But you invest based on your best due diligence to figure out what you feel comfortable in investing in. And then you go for it. You don't half-ass it, because if you get 40, 50, 60, 70% on your money, 72% on your money year over year means you doubled your money. All right? That's all you have to remember. And if you're getting interest daily, like on a Celsius or a Nexo or even a Voyager, then you will not only you don't have to get 72%. Now you can get a little bit less and you're still going to double your money. See how this works? And then if you're willing to put in another $100 a week or every month or 300 or 500, now you're compounding the upside even more. And if it dips, you got the dip as well. So it's a win-win. If there's an upside to be had, you have a serious upside because you're buying on the dips, buying on the low, buying along the way. Everything works out beautifully. All right? So with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.